So we know the issues, we know about energy, we know about the border, we know Joe Biden doesn't know what he's doing. We know all that, we get all that. But why do this? Why do this here tonight with Legacy PAC? Because there's a whole lot of people who have the passion to save this country who need help getting off the ground.
The purpose of Legacy PAC is to save America. That's our mission. That's what we really want to do because America's worth saving.
I am by trade, I'm a cybersecurity engineer. Okay, so this is my first run in politics. We need more conservative Republicans standing up and fighting for the Constitution.
We're an America First PAC, and we want to promote and help our up-and-coming candidates, and we're going to be holding the line for President Trump.
I joined the Army at 17 years old. My first day at my first unit, which was 25th Infantry, was September 10th, 2001. So the next day was 9/11. And I spent about a total of a decade between Iraq and Afghanistan in country. So my country means everything to me. When I realized that if people like myself who don't want to be politicians don't start stepping up and taking these seats, that nothing's going to change, then I said, okay, I'll do it.
Who deserves to lead the people of this country more than those who serve this country? So I'm behind every one of them. So let's make sure we get more veterans into power. I'm all for it.
Remember why you're involved. We have to make sure people remain humble and not engage in self-glorification. You are here for one reason, and that is to save the country. Period. End of story.
And for those candidates who are looking uphill and wondering how, keep your head down, focus on the target, and outwork everybody. And I promise you, you're not gonna lose. You're either gonna win on election night or you change the game on election night. So God bless you guys. Thank you so much, Legacy PAC.
Thank you, Legacy PAC.
Under this administration, they have deliberately opened the border to fundamentally change the fabric of our country.
I'm Jared Craig with Legacy PAC. We are here at Eagle Pass, Texas, to bring attention to the border crisis, to educate the voters, the citizens of the United States, and the candidates running for federal office, the importance of a secure border.
And at Legacy PAC, we want to bring candidates here to the border to see it firsthand, because there is nothing like being here, seeing this. We saw women and children climbing over barbed wire. There is no reason why we cannot secure this border. There is no reason to keep this open. This is not humane. So we need to get Victor and all these other good America First candidates into office.
We at Legacy PAC depend on your donation and support to support these projects. We can't do it without you. So please go on to legacypac.org and show your support.
And Stan, where's Stan? Stan is with Veterans for Trump.
Thank you, Martha.
Thank you all. We're honored. I know there are so many organizations represented here today.
We're sitting here tonight, but you're going to do very well. And I just had somebody write down, first of all, James and Sarah Pritchard, thank you very much. Yes. Great job. Thank you. We appreciate all the help. Stanley and Donna Fitzgerald.
Right here, sir.
Thank you very much. It's great. It's great that you're with us. Mike Acton.
Hi, this is Stan Fitzgerald, Veterans for Trump and Legacy PAC. Here with my brother, Chad Caton in South Carolina. How you doing today, Chad?
I'm living the dream, man. Every day is a good day in South Kakalaki.
Good stuff. Chad, you're going to be joining our team in Veterans for Trump. So everybody would like to know a little bit about you. Can you tell us, please, your military background?
Yes, sir. I was proud to join the United States Navy. I became a United States Navy Seabee. And I was an equipment operator, so I was a master of the equipment. I went through some explosives training because the CBs are not only good at building it, but we're even better at destroying it. So it was a big part of who I was. I ended up getting hurt on deployment, and I ended up having to have a pretty serious back surgery. And I could have stayed, but I would have been doing major rehabilitation for a long time. And then there was a chance I wouldn't be able to be an EO anymore. So with that, it was almost like they were saying, well, you might have to change rates. And I wasn't going to go be a boatsman. Hoorah to all you boatsmen out there, but it wasn't my gig. I'm a CB through and through. And I got out and I rehabilitated myself, and I started a construction company in Southern California, running heavy equipment. And I ended up moving back to South Carolina, where my family was between Illinois and South Carolina. And I came here and became an occupational firefighter. And on the job, I broke my neck, my shoulder, and that was the end of my career there. So in the quick scheme of things, I had multiple deployments as a CB. I didn't get to do as many years as I wanted to do as a CB because they were going to change that rate. And then when I became a firefighter, I thought I found the job of all jobs that could be as close as I could to being a B. And I ended up breaking my neck on the job and my shoulder and had to go through major surgeries. But that's what brought me to politics, because essentially I live in a right to work state, and I was fired after 180 days on Christmas Eve, 2015, because I hadn't rehabilitated from my neck injury quick enough. So essentially I was fired, and I continued to rehabilitate myself. I had to sue my own county. And then when I went and talked to the county chairman that I needed more time, he told me tough. And I said, remember my face, remember my name, I'm coming for you. And I came for him when it came time for re-election. He spent almost $1 million on a county chairman race, and we got our guy in. And we got on the map from there, and we've been helping great America First candidates and veterans ever since, doing whatever we can.
You've done amazing work in the state. And Chad, you also have a show. Can you tell us a little bit about the media work you have going on?
Yes, sir. My wife, when I was really mad in the garage one day, showed me I could go live on Facebook. Had no clue. And she said, now explain that again, but I'm going to go live. And she went live, and I'm fired up as an homage to my fire career and just who I am as a personality. I don't pull punches. I only bring the truth. And sometimes I'm not real good about sugarcoating things, because the truth is necessary whether it hurts or it doesn't. And it's kind of our mantra here, don't be wrong. So we research, and I've been on 3 networks, 2 radios, or 1 radio station. And I was fired 2 days after I came back from being at January 6th from my radio show. And I've left 3 different, 2 on good terms, just went up to a better network. But I was recently on a network that fired me for mean tweets because somebody they didn't like came after me and was wrong and was drunk. But nonetheless, it's that Twitterverse that's so weird. And, I'm not good at playing politics. I'm good at exposing politics. I'm not one to placate. I'm one to do what's right. And that's where we live, and I'm fired up. We're talking to multiple networks, but ever since having met you and what we're getting ready to get involved in is the tip of the spear in getting Donald J. Trump back in the White House. And it would be my honor to serve him and to help in any way I can to bring veterans around the greatest president we've ever known and to help steer this country in the right direction. We need leaders, and I am one.
Yes, you are. You've taken South Carolina by the reins. And tell us a little bit about what you're doing. You are the director of our new state chapter, working under Teddy and Robert. But let us know your plans for building the state.
Well, I have an overt plan. We talk about wanting to get veterans signed up and getting them into Veterans for Trump, making them, a way for us to call them, to let them know it's time for us to stand up. As veterans, we all know how great it is to serve our country, and none of us and none of our oath have an expiration date. And I talk to hundreds of veterans all the time, and they believe that. They just haven't had a vehicle to do it. I'm proud here in South Carolina, wherever you decide to send me, to get people motivated to be a part of this particular movement, because there's never been more in our nation where the leaders that were trained and have been there need to step up and lead from the front. And that's what my oath says to do. That's what I'm going to do. And right now, my goal is to bring Donald Trump his 300. I want 300 hardcore veterans that are ready to go out there and do what it takes to get it done, to make sure South Carolina stays as red as possible, to keep our surrounding states, North Carolina and Georgia, wherever we can help them, and to continue to have those veterans be motivated, educated, and activated into this fight. It's not about memes and GIFs on the internet anymore. It's time we all start putting some shoe leather to the ground, and who better than the veterans to go out there and march with America and bringing this home. That's what my goal is.
Amen to that. And just to clarify for our viewers, our organization is on the grassroots side of the campaign. We are not the Veterans for Trump PAC. However, several of our leadership are on the actual Team Trump coalition and leadership, working on building the South Carolina coalition. And that's what Chad is talking. We're doing two things at once because veterans and cops were capable of that. So that's what Chad is talking about. And Chad, and before I let you go, the entire country is watching the news daily to see what's going on with President Trump and these Banana Republic persecutions. What are your thoughts on this?
Having dealt with the establishment and the Uniparty for a long time, I'm familiar with Banana Republic. And my thing is that you have to learn the game, play it better, kick their ass. That's my mantra. So I've dove into every aspect of the Banana Republic from here in Horry County to the state of South Carolina, Georgia, North Carolina, and the United States. And where it's at with Donald Trump right now is a travesty. And there are veterans that are literally just holding themselves back because we are at the face of tyranny. And that tyranny is disgusting for us to recognize after having buried our friends under that very flag behind you and what we stood for as the big green machine, the United States military. It crushes us to see what they're doing to Trump, and the fact that the Democrats can't even look past their own triggered ideology to realize what's happening to the very fabric of freedom that we veterans have provided them, and not realize they need to do what's right, not necessarily what's towards their ideology, is absolutely irreprehensible to me. And it's something that we have to actually get louder for. Republicans are famously lazy, if you will. We have to get rid of apathy, and we need to make sure that we are able to stand behind Donald Trump and be as loud as Donald Trump, not expecting Donald Trump to be the knight on the shiny white horse, but definitely the leader that is going to take us into fixing this country and bringing us back to what we knew as a republic. That's where I'm worried about it, and we're watching it very closely, and we're here for our commander-in-chief. We're here for the Veterans for Trump, and we don't sleep. I told you that one night in a text. And I know between now and Election Day, we're going to get it done. And I'm going to do everything I can to make sure that Donald Trump wins South Carolina, but wins South Carolina huge, or as he would say, huge.
There you go. Well, I couldn't think of a better operational director than yourself. So thank you. Thank you for joining the team. And we'll talk again soon. I'm also going to announce you've been appointed a national ambassador for Veterans for Trump. So
it's truly my honor.
Fantastic. So you have two roles. We know you can handle both. So this way we could take your energy and use it in other states. So
I'll take it. Hey, like I said, I'm a good CB, man. I was enlisted. I'm not an officer. So, and don't say that to General Flynn or the Admiral because I don't want to give them a shot. But nonetheless, I am a boots on the ground kind of guy. I lead from the front, and you need me, you just point and tell me where you need me, and I'll be there.
All right, brother. We appreciate it, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Hoorah. Thank you.
You're welcome.